Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you are watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the truth is that most of the Azimio supporters are not comfortable to see Raila Odinga going for the AU Commission chairperson. Many of Kenyans, including even those who voted for William Ruto, believe that they are going to be orphans here, and it's like there's no one who will speak for them, no one who will lead them in fighting for their right. Raila has been really carrying their aspiration, especially when we have a regime that does not listen to the people, that does not care about the people. So there is panic here back home, in as much the position that Raila Odinga is going for is a big one, and it has a history. And the Gaucho really expressed the feeling among the Azimio supporters, or in fact not Azimio, among the Kenyans, what they feel as Raila is going for this position. And this is exactly what Gaucho is saying here. Baba Odinga is our savior. If he takes such a position, who will advocate for us? Who will amplify the voice of ordinary citizens? The current government will continue to oppress us, and the plight of the common mwananchi may go unheard. Baba is like our Moses. If he is taken away, then who will fight for us? I love Mr. Odinga, and I prefer him here in Kenya. According to Gaucho, Raila should just be here in Kenya. And I know this is the position of majority of Kenyans. Wale walipigia Ruto, wale walipigia Raila. Their feeling is that Raila should be here, with the reason that yeye ndio Moses wa Kenya. But besides this, there is a warning Professor Mutahi Ngunyi is giving to Mount Kenya region people, as Ruto is also pushing for Raila Odinga to capture or win this AU chairman position. According to Mutahi Ngunyi, in case Raila Odinga is going to ascend to that position, then Mount Kenya region should prepare for a change in political wave. He's talking about the CSs. Of course, Ruto gave them 10 out of 22. That means half of the cabinet is from one region. Then the remaining, it has been divided among others. Look at that. So he is clear that in case Raila will win this position, the equation is going to change, because the complaint has been that there's no face of Kenya under the Kenya Kwanza regime. That's the truth. But we are all taxpayers. Therefore, where our money is going to, where people sit and decide on what to do with our money, we should be represented on the same place or committee or baraza. But that has never been happening. We all pay taxes. And there are individuals who are going to be affected directly. I think you should have started by mentioning Gachagwa's name in case it's going to go through. I want us to go to Mutahi Ngunyi's post on X, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. This is what Mutahi Ngunyi posted on X. Dear Kikuyus, continue playing hard to get. With Ruto after, he gave you 10 out of 22 cabinet slots. But watch how one man, Ruto, will make Raila president of Africa. Then you will realize that you probably do not matter. Ruto's next stop is the Luo Nyanza. Clever. Now, that is Mutahi Ngunyi. The question is that what is the message is he trying to send to the people, or what he's trying to tell us? There are obvious things here. In case Raila Odinga will be the next AU chairperson, the truth should be said. Raila will not have time to come back here and play local politics. And that can be the reason why Gaucho is saying that Baba asiende kule akae na sisi. So if Raila is not playing local politics here, what next? Above all, Raila should be seen as a symbol of unity in Africa. You cannot be a symbol of unity in Africa when you are fighting your own president in your own country. That then is a different story. So because of that, there might not be a war between Raila and William Samoei Ruto. If there can be any discussion, then Raila can just meet with Ruto and discuss some issues, maybe kama zinaguza wananchi, amwambie please try to improve on 1, 2, 3. But you cannot see him leading mass protest. You can't see him openly opposing the government. That might not happen. Atakuwa an approach government in a diplomatic way. That means they will be using diplomatic language. I don't know if really this government can understand diplomatic language. But that's how Raila will be operating in case he gets there. So he will be literally an African ambassador to the world. So for that, he will be so much busy. Mambo mengine hapa mengi hatakuwa anashughulikia. Now look at that, up that level. That means that Wakenya hapa ni kujipanga. But above all, what Mutahi Ngunyi is trying to tell us is that in as much Raila will be out, what he can do is maybe to bring his political party to work closely with William Ruto administration. Now you see, if that is going to happen, then the equation of having more than 10 cabinet secretaries in one region is going to change. Maybe it will be reduced to 5 or 4. The rest will be distributed elsewhere where Raila Odinga has the support. This happened at one point when Raila helped Uhuru Kenyatta at one point. There are other people who are considered, including even Governor Gladys Wanga, to a very critical role, and she really served in the interest of Kenyans. There is a possibility of that, because then you cannot leave your people alafu uende na waache tu wabaki kule. The only thing Raila can do is to, not the only thing, but one of the things that he can do is to bring his team to work with this regime. That alone also put Gachagua in a dilemma, in panic, and it can mark the end of Gachagua. Because when he gets to Mount Kenya region, he is so much tribal. To an extent, the only thing he can boast about is the number of people appointed to power under Ruto's regime, which he believed that it is because of him bringing these people on board. Na kulingana na kura zenye walipeana. That can change. So the other thing that has always happened is that they just get to Mount Kenya region, and you mentioned Raila, Uhuru. So when you are being seen as if you are fighting Raila, you are being viewed as the right person who should be a leader in Mount Kenya. I don't know how possible will this happen. If Raila will ascend that position, then Gachagua can use the same tactic to play his politics in Mount Kenya region. It cannot happen. It might not just happen. Because you can't work with the Ruto who will be working with Raila Odinga, but you want to demonize Raila Odinga in your events. It cannot happen that way. So that means many people in Mount Kenya region are going to lack what to say in terms of using Raila Odinga to propel their candidature in politics. Mambo ya kusema sijui mganga, mtu wa vitandawili and all those is not going to be there. It will not sell. The other issue will be that mmetuambia kwa muda mrefu Raila ni mbaya. How comes you have begged him to go for such a huge position? You have supported him because they have even to support with the finances, mobilize numbers. Umeona Mudavadi akiwa kule and all that. So what are they going to tell the people? So, not in my view, but what Mutahi Ngunyi is trying to tell us is that Raila's people are going to work with this regime. And that can easily kick out those from Mount Kenya region who have been working with the route and Gachagua. Things might just change. So when Ruto has Raila, he don't need Gachagua. That can be true. Above all, in my thinking, I believe Ruto has many people who do not tell him the truth. And the majority of these numbers are coming from Mount Kenya. I want to believe that Azimio are leaders, and someone confirmed at one point that Azimio are the best when it comes to policy making. This can be the people who can tell him the truth. But mambo bado mbali. Possibility of also another leaders coming out and taking over opposition role still in Nyanza. Nimeona watu wakisema Babu Owino and others. It is still there. So it's not a matter that they can work with the government. Raila can bless another team to take over and they can still play that opposition role or mambo yanaweza enda kitofauti. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. But in my view, Gachagua will be the biggest casualty in all this.